As far as I can, I must drift about these love monument mountains, glad to be a servant of servants in so holy a wilderness. Every hidden cell is throbbing with music and life, every fiber thrilling like harp strings, while incense is ever flowing from the balsam bells and leaves. No wonder the hills and groves were God's first temples, and the more they are cut down and hewn into cathedrals and churches, the farther off and dimmer seems the Lord. So glorious a display of pure wildness, acting at close range while cut off from all the world beside, is terribly impressive. The rainbow light forming one of the most glorious pictures conceivable. Contemplating the lace-like fabric of streams outspread over the mountains, we are reminded that everything is flowing, going somewhere. Animals and so-called lifeless rocks, as well as water. Thus the snow flows fast or slow in grand, beauty-making glaciers and avalanches. The air in majestic floods carrying minerals, plant leaves, seeds, spores, with streams of music and fragrance. Water streams carrying rocks both in solution and in the form of mud particles, sand, pebbles, and boulders. Rocks flow from volcanoes like water from springs, and animals flock together and flow in currents modified by stepping, leaping, gliding, flying, swimming, while the stars go streaming through space, pulsed on and on forever like blood globules in nature's warm heart. The forests, too, seem kindly familiar, and the lakes and meadows and glad singing streams. I should like to dwell with them forever. Here with bread and water I should be content. Even if not allowed to roam and climb, tethered to a stake or tree in some meadow or grove, even then I should be content forever, bathed in such beauty, watching the expressions ever varying on the faces of the mountains, watching the stars, which here have a glory that the lowlander never dreams of, watching the circling seasons, listening to the songs of the waters and winds and birds, would be endless pleasure. All nature's wildness tells the same story. The shocks and outbursts of earthquakes, volcanoes, geysers, roaring, thundering waves and floods, the silent uprush or sap in plants, storms of every sort, each and all are the orderly, beauty-making love beats of nature's heart. So abundant and novel are the objects of interest in a pure wilderness that unless you are pursuing special studies, it matters little where you go or how often to the same place. Wherever you chance to be always seems at the moment of all places the best. And you feel that there can be no happiness in this world or in any other for those who may not be happy here. When we try to pick out anything by itself, we find it hitched to everything else in the universe. One fancies a heart like our own must be beating in every crystal and cell, and we feel like stopping to speak to the plants and animals as friendly fellow mountaineers. For miles, the river is one wild, exulting, onrushing mass of snowy purple bloom, spreading over glacial waves of granite without any definite channel, gliding in magnificent silver plumes, dashing and foaming through huge boulder dams, leaping high into the air in wheel-like whirls, displaying glorious enthusiasm, tossing from side to side, doubling, glinting, singing in exuberance of mountain energy. Keep close to nature's heart yourself, and break clear away once in a while. Climb a mountain or spend a week in the woods. Don't lose your freedom and your love of the earth. To lovers of the wild, these mountains are not 100 miles away. Their spiritual power and the goodness of the sky make them near as a circle of friends. You cannot feel yourself out of doors. Plain, sky, and mountains, ray beauty which you feel. You bathe in these spirit beams, turning round and round as if warming at a campfire. Presently you lose consciousness of your own separate existence. You blend with the landscape and become part and parcel of nature.